here as well. I'm gonna go ahead and send a link out.
You send that link, yeah.
Got people joining already.
Oh no! Whatever shall we do?
What's going on, everybody? We're gonna get this show started here in just a second.
Finally got onto the login side. I feel professional now. I can actually see all the stuff. Turn that off so I can see. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted.
Nope, so just we're gonna be talking everything racing tonight, guys. So
there we go.
Whatever y'all feel like talking about.
What's up, Wilo or Wyo Reen? I don't know.
MTJ gonna make a run for the championship? I think he will, especially after the last couple weeks he's been having. It's starting to get hot for sure.
Trying to make sure everything's right. I guess it's right.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and roll that intro. It is 8 o'clock.
Let's get it going.
God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
Still down there. Still down there.
Still outside corner. You're number one.
Was out. Yeah, was out. Danny just about outrigged him. And then she busted her ass.
You know, that intro gets me pumped up every time.
Every single time, especially when you realize we took all those. Literally all from our phones, from all the different races.
We sure did.
I got an actual bottle of water so I don't have to drink out of the spray bottle.
Will Fast Car Living be in Nashville next Sunday? No, we will not be. That's a
big negative.
Of a ride for us, especially in school bus.
Yeah, it's mainly for the school bus, and then also getting in and out of. Oh my goodness! Love you too.
How's the deck mounted on the bus? So there are metal support braces that are welded to the side of the bus, and there is angle iron welded to the top of those support braces, and then it's just 2x4s on top of that.
Yeah, real solid. It works out really well. It doesn't.
There's a if you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel or go check out our YouTube channel, we have a bus tour on there, and we actually have a video clip of how that deck is mounted.
Yeah, it's a full walkthrough and everything on the inside too, because it's gutted on the inside. A lot of people, they see the outside and they think that's all we've done to it, but no, the inside's been gutted. Put a full floor in and everything. Full bathroom. Bathroom was the first thing that we put in there because I'm large.
Yeah, you sure are.
See you at Darlington. We were at Darlington earlier this year. Where are you from? Augusta, Georgia. Let's check this out. Cool. Thanks, man. We were building. Oh, yeah, you saw that. Perfect. Yep, yeah, y'all keep on likes. Really appreciate it. The likes is what brings kind of everybody in here. It uses the how people are either messaging from Conway. Okay, I lived in Myrtle for a long time actually, Myrtle Beach. Don't want a race tire for $500 because race tires are super cheap when you go to the race shops. You actually found the Bush Peach?
I did. I went and got it today after work. You didn't see the Snapchat?
I don't pay attention to Snapchat.
Dude, it smells really good. I know.
I hate peach. I hate peach. I can't do it.
That's a 10 out of 10. That's better than apple.
Daga, Alabama. Awesome. This is going to Coastal Carolina. Teal and black.
What's up, awesome. Dakota? Thanks for joining in, buddy.
I already hit that earlier.
Oh, you did?
You missed that. Yeah.
Calm down. Calm down.
Dega, Alabama. Where's everybody else from? Everybody drop in the comments where you're from. Blow up the likes. Really appreciate it. TikTok just uses all the reactions and stuff to kind of push it up or continue to push it out there. So if y'all could hit the likes. What do y'all want to talk about? What kind of racing y'all want to start with? Conway, you want to start with Myrtle Beach Speedway getting torn down, unfortunately, turning into apartments?
Isn't it already torn down?
It's already torn down. It's fully flat. What's funny is it's still right there. You have to come across the car museum to get to the property. Jeez, that's gracious. So they still got like a race car and stuff there. I lived in the Carolina Forest for 3 years, and I used to go there for little stuff here and there. But
what's up, Tuna Minus Crust? Just saw he joined in.
I remember him. Been around for a long time.
He has been.
Netherlands,
part of our Atlanta stream.
Yeah, the races are where it's fun.
Hello from Michigan,
Mansfield, Ohio.
Chad, do you make it to the Michigan race? Mansfield, Ohio.
With how Chase Elliott has been since his return, Dusty seems to make it the playoffs. I actually don't. I think he'll win the Roval this year, but obviously that's after the playoffs have started. So I don't think he can point himself in anymore either.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think pointing himself in is out of the question at this point.
Yeah. So I'd say he needs that win. I don't think he gets it to the Roval. Ohio.
Are we getting 2 Bristols next year?
No,
I don't think we are.
No, there's very little chance. I don't know when they're going to have Nashville Fairgrounds ready to race, but if anything, that date is going to Nashville is what I think. What about you?
I think it's Wilkesboro. I think they're going to move Wilkesboro to the Bristol date.
Point race. How long can they run on it, though, before they have to pave it?
I don't think it's the question of how long they can run on it before they pave it. It's how long until they get this next-gen car short track package figured out.
It's easy to figure out. All they need to do is give it horsepower.
Does everybody agree that NASCAR needs more horsepower?
Like it doesn't have to be 1,000, but they need to get at least a 700. Run
They
700.
need to get rid of Richmond and Indy Road Course. Yes, I believe Indy Road Course should be burned to the ground.
Yeah, we have such a nostalgic track right there. Why are we at the road course? It makes absolutely no sense.
Dude, this stuff is delicious.
I hate peach. I can't do it.
You're not even going to try it once?
Nope, probably not. It'll probably make me puke if I do.
That's terrible.
It is nasty. I would rather drink my spray bottle water again than that.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys, if you are subscribed to our TikTok, you probably saw the blooper where David there drank out of a spray bottle in our last episode. That was something else.
What's up, Tito? How's it
going? Tito, I know who that is.
I don't know who that could be.
I know who that is.
Probably drives the smart car or something.
Yeah, he drives something.
I hear he's a big Traeger fan.
I was at the 600. The rain was tough out. Yes, we were there as well.
Yeah.
We unfortunately did not get to stay for the Cup race on Monday. We watched a little bit of the Xfinity race, and then the mist came in. We had to be out of there at 1 o'clock. So
yeah,
we were gone. We didn't get to check it all out.
Yeah, we were hoping to get all the Xfinity race in, but then when it got delayed, it was just we went back through the garage one last time, which was fun. It was nice. Luckily, we got blessed with VIP passes to get into the pits and everything. That part was freaking phenomenal. But
yeah, that was a good experience. No matter what, I hate that we didn't get the 600 is my favorite race of the year, and I hate that we weren't able to witness it in person this year. But the VIP passes made up for it. If anybody ever has the opportunity to get VIP passes, I know they're hard to come by, but if you ever get the opportunity, they are definitely great.
Yeah, I kind of miss the old hot pass and stuff days, or at least the days when you could kind of buy your way into one, but now you can't even do that. And of course, when we have actual money, adult money, we don't have the ability.
Mm-hmm.
If NASCAR went international, they should head to Venray Speedway. Oh, I've never heard of that one.
Let's turn this chat box off. Maybe that'll look better. Yeah, that looks better. Bear with us, guys, too, because this live streaming on TikTok, the way we're doing it, is very new.
Hey, what's a 91 Mustang? I remember you. You're right there when the haulers were coming in. Yeah, no, we're just gonna talk racing tonight. So, what do you what kind of racing are y'all into? Anybody go to dirt track racing? Let's see.
Speaking of dirt track racing, I got my Kyle Larson dirt track shirt on.
Dirt shirt. I thought about wearing my Kyle Larson Cup Bristol dirt shirt, but I gotta save it now.
I thought about that too.
Well, since it was the last race on Bristol dirt, I just got to hold it.
Where's the O boys at? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh boy,
I don't know what he's talking about.
Lies, all the lies. But you guys, 18, 16. Y'all keep blowing up the lights. Really appreciate it. We're just gonna sit here, talk racing, talk junk. We got about an hour we planned out for this, maybe a little bit less, just kind of depends. But
yeah. We're here to entertain you guys, entertain us. The chat looks like it's doing pretty good here.
Keith,
who's gonna win Nashville?
Some people are saying Chase. I don't see it.
Stop that. We didn't.
I'm tired.
We didn't make picks on our last episode for Nashville.
Oh, we did make picks. No, because no. So we'll have to do. Are we gonna do a Monday show with no racing to talk about?
I don't know. You think we should?
Would
everybody like to have a Monday show, even though there's no race this weekend?
Put it in the comments. Dude, Terry, what is Terry on right now? He's already Rec Tech Grills. I get that one. Andy, where's the boy Teeth? I don't understand it.
Made me wake your ass up. Kitty Cat wants Kyle Busch to win. I wouldn't mind Kyle Busch winning it. That would give him 4 wins on the year. And if you guys are longtime watchers of our show, I picked Kyle Busch to win 4 races this year. So that would already.
Blaney holds on and does another one.
Blaney?
No.
Blaney? No, I don't think Blaney wins. I think it might be a Toyota.
I think it's gonna be a Toyota. I think it's gonna be Christopher Bell.
To me, it seems like the Toyotas have kind of picked up their pace here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, we got Truex. He's rattled off 2 wins now. Hamlin's obviously got 1 win. Christopher Bell's got 1 win. Ty Gibbs, I hate Ty Gibbs, but aside from that, he actually has been running very good, especially for a rookie. I don't know if you can count him as a rookie though.
Yeah, I mean, I think he still counts as a rookie, even though he did run a lot of seat times, like Noah, obviously.
Yeah.
Camping at Dega Infield for bachelor party in October. Got a camper looking for generator. Go to Harbor Freight. They're still running a outdoor sale or yard sale or something like that. I can't remember what they named it. But the Predator 3500 inverter generator, which is the same exact one we use, is $100 off for $700. So go get it. It's very good. We use it religiously, and it has never let us down. Knock on wood.
It's never let us down, and it is very efficient on fuel.
And very quiet. You do not hear it. You don't want to be that person on the infield with the regular generator that's loud as crap every night.
Yeah, there's 2 different style of generators, Austin. There's the inverter style generators, which are for RVs, campers, and then there are construction style generators, which is like the open frame design. Those are the loud ones. So they are cheaper, but they're cheaper for a reason.
Yeah.
And just be courteous to your neighbors. Nobody likes a loud generator, especially
if you're gonna do an
everybody is running them.
Yeah, if you're gonna do an open generator, make sure you build like a Jenny box before you go, which is basically just a sheet wood box that'll encase it open on one side, and that way you can direction the sound towards the road or away from at least you and your neighbor. But Elliott will win. We'll see. It's definitely a track that he can win at. A lot of people have said he will win, but I just don't think so. I don't think he's gotten enough time, enough seat time to get kind of in that role.
Yeah. I just don't know about Chase. The speed hasn't been there this year, and obviously he's only had 9 starts compared to everybody else's 16 or something. It could be less than that.
Yeah. What you guys do when there is an off week? Man, same thing everybody else does. Drink beer.
I mean, I've already started.
Yeah, he's got the Busch lattes right there. I had the Buffalo Trace last night.
I don't know. There's things to do around the house. So
Brazil, awesome.
David, you have a family, so you're going to be spending time with the family this weekend, I'm sure.
I do. It is Father's Day weekend, so.
Oh yeah. Father's Day. Does anybody think it's odd? Does anybody think it's odd that we are off on Father's Day, but we raced on Mother's Day?
Did you hear NASCAR putting bulletproof windows on a cop car? I have not heard that.
I'm assuming that might be for Chicago.
It has to be for Chicago. The only thing they've already had the carts or something stolen from it.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it's crazy.
Everybody remember Transformers movie when they had the race cars that looked like they're Autobots or Decepticons? I can't remember, but they were tricked out to be Transformer-looking robots. Autobots. Yeah, that's what we're gonna need for the street race at Chicago.
It's the only thing that's gonna protect us.
Mm-hmm. Keep blowing up those likes, people. We would really appreciate that. Jeff Wallace. Jeff, are you related to any other Wallace? Like Rusty Wallace, Kenny Wallace, Mike Wallace?
All the Wallaces.
Bubba Wallace.
Ugh, that's the bad one. Let's see.
Rename in Chicago the Body Armor 500. No, that's a funny one. I like that one. You think, is it Blaney going to run Body Armor for Chicago street race?
I mean, if there's a week to run it, that's it.
Anybody see Ty Dillon's White Sox paint scheme for Chicago street race too?
Hate it.
I just hate the driver.
I hate the driver. I hate the White Sox too, though.
Yeah. Bravos for the win.
Bravos. I got Mason his Brave shirt. He was wearing it the other day. Oh, hell. Just saw that one.
What does everybody want to talk about?
Anybody go to any other type of racing, dirt track or sprint cars, asphalt, drag racing? I like drag racing as well. Hamlin needs bulletproof windows.
Yeah.
All of them are going to need bulletproof windows in a couple weeks.
Is anybody excited for it?
I have yet to actually hear anyone excited for that race.
Yeah, I haven't heard. I mean, I'm interested to see how it goes, but my expectations are it's going to be a shit show.
Like NASCAR, my name's Gustavo. Nice.
Hola, Gustavo.
Gustavo from Brazil. Oh.
Do you watch any racing, Gustavo? Particularly NASCAR?
Yeah. I watch any rally. That's one thing I'd like to go to one day. Find somewhere to go to watch a rally race.
I really wish. I know somebody asked earlier where we're located at. I really wish that the Southeast had a lot more open wheel dirt racing.
Yeah.
If anybody has watched the Dirt Series by Flow on FS1, or you can watch it on YouTube, commercial free, just saying. If anybody's watched that show, the job they did covering and kind of documenting dirt racing, making it known is very well. Just like I said, I really wish the Southeast had a lot more of that. We have late models, which, I mean, I enjoy late model racing, but I have never seen an open wheel dirt race.
Yeah, I want to see one bad. I want to go to I don't know, I'd love to see some of the outlaw stuff. I'd love to see, basically.
I mean, the only thing I know that is open wheel wise in the Southeast would be like the Charlotte Dirt Track.
Yep.
Damn it, David, stop it.
Millbridge. Got to go to Millbridge.
Yeah, Millbridge would be fun.
Come to Pennsylvania for dirt. Man, that is a drive.
Yeah, but Pennsylvania has a lot of good dirt racing.
There is a lot. Pennsylvania, Ohio. Ohio has got a lot of good ones.
Midwest, Knoxville, Iowa.
I still want to go to Eldora. That's like one of my dream tracks. That's not NASCAR.
Well, that series Dirt did a great job covering Eldora. They did a whole episode on Eldora, and it's almost like the Talladega of dirt.
Yeah, that's like what everyone says.
Yeah, I think
it's super fast, so it's super sketchy. That's probably why Larson likes it so much. Let me move this closer. There we go. A little bit better.
I still got Coca-Cola Dale Earnhardt from '96 still fully sealed. That's awesome.
Why does NASCAR fans never like the direction the sport is going?
Because NASCAR fans will never be satisfied.
We always got to complain about something. Plus, they don't really ask the fans for their input. They just do things and then wait to see what the fans say.
Yeah. It's I don't want to say I'm that fan because I try to be open-minded about a lot of things, but there's some things that NASCAR's done recently that I just don't agree with. Williams Grove in Pennsylvania is awesome. Yes, there's been a lot of awesome races I have seen, not in person, I wish in person, at Williams Grove. Adam, do you go to Williams Grove at all?
I just wanted to for some reason. I don't know why.
Favorite racing memory, NASCAR related or not?
Ooh. I have two that they're way up there. One's my first NASCAR race, 94 Darlington. I still got the picture of doing the Dodge simulator car. Or Modoc Speedway, the first race I went to on dirt at Modoc Speedway.
Now Little River Speedway, but it'll always be Modoc to us.
Blech.
My favorite racing memory? Honestly, so I was a Dale Jr. fan growing up, and I think my favorite racing memory would be to Dale Jr., and it was him winning the Daytona 500 in 2014. That was a hell of a race, hell of a dominating race.
We'll be at Bristol night race, maybe. We kind of did a full docket this year. We did 7 races, 6 races. So little tired, a lot of spent money. Unfortunately, there hasn't been that many gifts on these TikTok lives to be able to pay for Bristol tickets again, because camping is not cheap.
No, camping's not cheap for any track. So we're kind of taxed out for as many races as we can go to. I would like to do the Bristol night race this year. One, like I just said, I was a Dale Jr. fan. Dale Jr. is running the Bristol night race in the Xfinity Series.
Mm-hmm. The Hellman's car, which looks amazing, by the way.
It's too bad it's Hellman's, though. Should be Dukes.
Yeah, it's not the real Mayo.
Yeah.
2004 Daytona 500 for Terry.
That was because Terry was at that one.
It's probably the first one Terry ever cleaned out his belly button.
First race, 2020 Darlington, or got to meet Junior and TJ Majors at Florence Motor Speedway. That's awesome, Derek. It's cool to meet drivers at Cup Series tracks, but to meet them at the local tracks like Florence, I'm sure it's more of an experience because
they can be more real.
They can be more real, yeah.
Yeah. They always have all their PR people around them whenever you're at the races. Like you see them, like if you get to see them, it's crazy because there's just so many fans there too. Like you'll never see Chase Elliott do anything outside of his little security
bubble. We call South Carolina home.
Yeah.
We're originally from Georgia, but
originally from
I live right across the river from Georgia. I like the so-called boring races, but knowing the teams was working to be the best. Was crowded, but we got to stand and talk to TJ for probably 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, TJ seems like a really nice guy. I haven't met him. I met Brett Griffin. I don't know if you guys listen to Door Bumper Clear, but Brett's a very, very nice guy too.
Yeah, which is funny because he did the one episode where he's like, "You'll never find me in the garage," but I know what he meant. He meant like whenever he's doing an act, like actually working the race, he just goes ahead and goes to a spotter stand. But I was like, "Heard you never went to the garage, Andy. We don't want to see that."
Sorry, there was a comment there in the bottom I couldn't see.
Goodness gracious. We're accepted. Thank you, Derek. We appreciate it.
Fellow South Carolinian.
10-4, about an hour south of Bristol. What's out near Kingsport Dynamic? I know a lot of the area out there. I work out there every once in a while. Is anyone watching Formula One Canada GP? I'm not watching any Formula One.
No, I cannot get into Formula One, and it's not the first bit. I don't know. I guess there's some people that
Greenville. Okay.
Well,
we call it Greeneville because the extra E, because there's too many daggone Greenvilles. There's Greenville, South Carolina, North Carolina. So we just go Greeneville.
Find your way down to Charleston.
Lived there too. I've lived all over the place.
You've been a resident of almost every area of South Carolina.
Yeah, I've lived in every corner of it. So just works out. Charleston. Lived in Mount Pleasant right over by IOP. 1989 at Pocono. Bill Elliott won. So I bought his first Bill t-shirt. It was an awesome Bill t-shirt. That's awesome. That's where like the memories are made from.
Yeah.
We are the evil Greenville. North Charleston. Nice. Yeah, one of my favorite restaurants ever is out there on the Mount, kind of going towards Mount Pleasant side. I guess I don't remember. I think it's right there at Sullivan Island. If I remember right. It's called Vicious Biscuit. That place is phenomenal. So between that and Page's Ochre Grill, that's the only two places I would need. Andy Cook like the live. Stand back.
I gotta hope blow it up.
But yeah, so what other kind of racing has anybody seen? I mean, obviously we've heard a lot of the people, but what other racing do we see? I mean, dirt is probably my second favorite to watch, then drag racing, which I definitely am going to do more drag racing next year. Probably not this year because it's too late into the season, and I'm just now finally about to finish up my 15-inch brake conversion on my Ford Lightning.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like NHRA.
I just want to do, all of it. NHRA is fun to watch, but I want to get like actually out there.
I'm surprised you didn't do the Hot Rod Power Tour.
I got to get that thing fixed up more before it goes on any of that kind of stuff. It needs paint.
Jared, he was at the Hot Rod Power Tour and everything, and he sent a snap to his story. Yesterday they were in Charlotte, and they were staying at a hotel like right on Bruton Smith Boulevard, right down from the track.
Yeah,
and there was somebody in the GTO doing a massive burnout in the hotel parking lot, and it filled the entire parking lot up with smoke. It actually set the fire alarms off in the hotel.
That's
and
hilarious.
Fire trucks and everything had to show up. There was like a huge ladder truck and everything.
Holy crap.
Terry was at Charlotte when Casey Muir won the 600. Yes. I always forget about that one.
Terry. I'm running my crate car tomorrow at Lawrence County Speedway. Awesome. I like seeing the down home stuff. That's just, I don't know. I'm hoping Greenville Pickens, they're supposed to be able to get that kind of going back. But hopefully they get that rolling shortly because I'd love to be able to go see it. I do have Indian Mountain Motorsports or whatever it is, Motor Park. No. So I can go up to it too. It's a dirt track. Apparently do all kinds of stuff.
Stop. Only track I've been to is Darlington, Yeah, we were like we said earlier, we were at Darlington last month. That was a fun race weekend.
The sunset at Darlington during the race.
Oh my God. Nobody
best.
ever talks about it.
It is amazing. Right there behind the turn 3 and 4, Dale Earnhardt section or whatever it's called. And
I would I would like to go back to Darlington for the 500 this year, Labor Day weekend.
yeah,
It just depends on obviously financials and if we can even get a campsite infield.
purple skies every year, gorgeous behind the towers. Yeah.
Gordon
Yeah,
Park
Darlington's not
Speedway.
too far. I mean, that's from y'all. I mean, that's not far at all. Because when I lived in Myrtle, we would go to the Darlington drag strip every once in a while too. Because the one in North Myrtle was only a 1/8 mile, and it was a sketchy ass drag strip.
Sketchy.
Very sketchy. That's when I take my 2016 Mustang out there. It was slow.
What does everybody else think about Darlington? Because to me, Darlington seems like it's become one of the best tracks on the circuit.
Yeah.
It's worn out enough now too. So I went to Darlington when they repaved it. The first race they repaved it in 2008. And that was a terrible, terrible race.
Yeah, it was definitely different.
Adam goes to Dover every year. You know, we said earlier, a couple weeks ago, that Dover would be an interesting track to go to. I think it was during the Dover podcast.
Yeah.
Because we just had a buddy that was at that race, and he sent us some pictures and everything. And the banking at Dover is insane. Like TV just doesn't do justice.
Yeah, they showed the photo this year, and it was legit. Cherokee Speedway in Gaffney. Have to check it out. I don't think that's too far from me. I'll have to look see where that's at.
That's not that far. Probably like an hour from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a I know Larson's run it Cherokee a couple times. They had a race there, I think it was last year. I think I talked to you about trying to come up for that, but it was like on a Thursday night, so I wasn't able to.
I still want to go to North Wilkesboro once the tickets aren't insanely crazy expensive.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Just not enough seats.
Well, I mean, they poured a lot of money into North Wilkesboro, so they're going to have to recoup it. Same thing with Atlanta. So we've been going to Atlanta for a couple years now, and it used to be pretty darn cheap. One for tickets, but two for infield camping. It used to be like $250, $300 for infield camping. It's now jumped to $500 per race. And if you go to both races, they will lower the price to like $800, I think. But still, Atlanta used to be a cheap race to go to, and it's obviously gone up in price since they've reconfigured it and repaved it.
Yeah. Cool thing though is when we did it, they gave us a section of the old track. So they literally cut like a 4-inch by 4-inch chunk cube out of the track all the way down to the bottom, and everyone that re-upped got a piece of it. So that was pretty cool. You have a big $5,000 to
race
win.
was Charlotte 2012 Lowesmere Speedway. Charlotte's my favorite track.
Yeah. Charlotte's just one of those. It's such a good 1.5 miles. I do hope they get rid of the Roval. Obviously, we've been to it every year, so it'd be pretty cool seeing the Roval for the entire lifespan of it.
Yeah, what do you guys think about the Roval? Has it played its thing out? Is it time to go back to the oval, or does Charlotte deserve 2 races? I think they do. I mean, Charlotte's NASCAR's home track, so might as well give them 2 dates. But do you think we should get rid of the Roval, go back to the oval? Roval oval,
night oval. I want if a track has 2 dates on the calendar, one should be day, one should be night. No exceptions.
Well, what about the 600 because of the day to night?
That one's fun. That one counts as day though. That way I get a full night one.
It's like Atlanta. Atlanta next month's going to be a night race. I am so pumped for that.
Cannot wait. So excited for that. We're gonna have a bunch of
Wouldn't
fun.
be mad for 2 races, but keep it on the oval. Absolutely, Derek. I fully agree with that.
Went to see Metallica in the same weekend. That's awesome, Derek. 2 races, but keep it on the oval. Yeah, said.
Yeah, the Roval road course has played itself out, in my opinion. We were there last year, and it was not a.
Hey, right
really
now, I
good
would agree with you. Charlotte being the champion race because it's just mile and a half racing is great right now, and Charlotte is just I don't know one of the cream of the crops to me.
Yeah, I agree with Adam. Get rid of the Roval; it's boring. It was fun for the first couple years.
Yeah, I mean, we literally have been to every single Roval in
Mhm.
person.
Well, we didn't go in 21,
Oh, that's right. We skipped 1 year. Thanks for telling
and
us.
it's
These
the
people
one.
didn't know.
Well, we skipped 2020, but I don't count 2020 because of COVID.
COVID year. That was
But yeah, 2021, we didn't go to that one, and sure enough, Kyle fucking won that race. So
I remember it was funny because we were texting the one race we don't go to.
so
The good news is, though, that you have now seen Kyle win, even though it wasn't a Cup Series. You've seen Kyle win a race in person.
yeah, I was relieved to finally get to see a Kyle win. Hey there, Jane. How are you?
Hey guys, what's up, Jane? Unpopular
Yeah,
opinion:
it
Kansas.
was a it was a long road to get to see a Kyle Larson win.
Yeah, it was.
I was at a lot of races that Kyle had dominated, led, and something happened.
What is one track that you missed being on the schedule? Road America. That one's easy. I'll say it every single time.
Uh, Chicagoland.
That's a good one too. I don't think they gave Road America enough time. There was a bunch of people going to that race, and then all of a sudden
There's
they were
like a
just like,
500,000 people that would go to Road America.
yeah, and they
July
just
4th weekend. Like the track's name is America.
Yep.
July 4th weekend.
Yep. But no, I had to take
Derek
it
was
away.
at the 2021 Darlington race with Larson and Denny. Got to watch that one in person. Yeah, that was a hell of a finish.
Road
One
America
for the
was great,
ages.
for sure.
Yep, Brandon thought Road America was great. Yeah, and when Road America was brought onto the Xfinity series like in the early 2010s, I liked it then.
Hmm.
I'm surprised it took so long for the Cup Series to get there, but
I can say the one thing I would have probably liked to see on dirt before they got rid of Bristol Dirt was Xfinity race there one time.
yeah, but that's over with. So
Yeah, it's
moving
done.
on.
I got the flag to prove that I
Yeah.
got to go to one, and that's kind of all I wanted.
Adam would like to see Rockingham come back. I agree with that too.
I think it will. They've put a lot of money into it.
I don't know what capacity it'll come back to, but I would love to see it make a date back on the schedule, even if it was a Truck and Xfinity doubleheader type weekend or something like that.
Yeah.
Just let's get some racing back to Rockingham. Rockingham's an interesting track for sure.
Yeah, I mean, truck races at North Wilkesboro was like awesome. So maybe if they do like Truck and Xfinity go and do some of these old school tracks. I don't know how I feel about Cup going to North Wilkesboro full time. I really think it's going to lose its luster real quick because the racing was not very good there. I mean, obviously they got to fix the short track package in general, but I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they should still keep it as an exhibition for right now until they, one, figure out the package, or two, repave it. And I don't think repaving it is the answer. I think it's the package more than anything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are we excited about Chicago? Sorry,
No.
I'm not.
It's just not. It's not in the bones of NASCAR. They're making a paddock. We don't have paddocks in NASCAR. I don't know. I'm not
They are obviously trying to appeal to the
upscale.
trendy fans.
The hoity-toities.
F1.
Yeah, unfortunately. How do you guys feel about going to Montreal? I'd be fine with it. Make it back international.
I would like to see NASCAR, especially the Cup Series, make the leap into international racing. I think there's a lot of Canadians that are NASCAR fans and would enjoy having a NASCAR race, Cup race. But it's got to be a good track. I like Montreal. I wouldn't mind seeing NASCAR try Portland on the Cup Series side. I thought Portland was an interesting race.
Good.
Mid-Ohio is another road course race. It's funny, we have a group chat, and we were talking about this in our group chat. Road Atlanta. I would love to see the Cup cars try Road Atlanta and Laguna Seca.
Laguna Seca would be great. If you sit, so one of the other questions was, if you had to pick an international track for Cup Series, what would you pick? I mean, for me, NASCAR already doesn't care about how much it's costing the teams. So let's just bring it to the Nürburgring.
Yeah. That would suck.
That would be terrible.
Are you talking about like the full 15-mile course?
Yes, the full 15-mile course.
Oh,
It'd be like 8 laps, and that'd be all they could do.
Imagine a full course caution,
bro. Oh, that would be terrible.
Would that even be possible?
I bet they could figure something out where it's like a caution till clean instead of the normal one because it's so far away from it.
Yeah, probably. They can throw a red flag on one side of the track.
Yeah.
Could you imagine qualifying 4-hour TV coverage? Yeah, you're kidding.
That's the only thing that would keep NASCAR from doing it because they don't care what it costs the team. Let's be honest.
That would be a major strategy race in Nürburgring.
Get it together.
Every lap you'd have to pit for tires.
Yeah. One person would set off the, oh God, with how loud the cars are too, and the noise ordinances they have out there now, apparently. Oof.
Yeah, that would be insane. Old Nürburgring. At the very least, fuel, absolutely.
LA Coliseum race. Awesome. Thank you for the hot bear.
Do we like the LA Coliseum race? I thought it was cool for the first year.
It's another gimmicky.
Yeah, it's gimmicky. This year's Coliseum race, I didn't like it. I thought it was way too much bumper car.
Yeah. It's just too small. They need to run these novelty races and put them in a rotation. That way it's once every 3, 4, 5 years, stays fresh, stays still nostalgic, and keeps that great, like, okay, we gotta tune in for this.
Yeah. Bring it back to Daytona, miss Speed Weeks. I really miss Speed Weeks. Yeah.
And
I miss January preseason Thunder. Although that would cost way too much money, for anybody to do it now.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I said in our group chat the other day was, man, I'm glad they aren't going back to Bristol Dirt. A lot of us are. That is for sure.
I agree with that too.
Golly, what was I going to say?
Is it time for Austin Dillon to go? Off topic,
yes.
Sorry.
No, there's no topic.
There's no topic, yeah.
Yeah, this one's more free flowing. We literally are going to flow off what y'all say. But AD should have never been in the 3. He should be out of the 3, and he should really go. Him and Ty Dillon need to go back down. Austin can be in Xfinity. Ty can be in Truck Series or go karts.
I'm not going to say Austin Dillon doesn't deserve to be in the Cup Series because I think he's proven, especially with some of the big races he's won, Daytona 500, Coke 600. He reminds me a lot about Jamie McMurray. Jamie would win 1 or 2 races, and they were big races.
Yeah.
Austin's kind of the same way. The thing about Austin that I don't like is that he's in the 3 car, and it's just that legacy that I just feel like
winning race.
I feel like the 3 should have been retired. I know NASCAR doesn't retire numbers, but the 3 should have been retired.
There's certain numbers they need to retire for certain reasons. The 3 is definitely one. The Kings number is definitely one to me. And then that's really it for ones that I would say that they need to retire.
I mean, okay, if you're going down that road, should the 48 be retired?
No, not yet.
Why? 7 championships?
Don't feel like it yet.
43 won 7 championships. The 3 won 7 championships.
I don't know.
I wish
They're
Jeffrey
just,
could try
to
to
me, Dale Jr.'s number will be one that should be because of what he's accomplished off the track. Even on the track, he was phenomenal. Obviously, he was Chase Elliott before Chase Elliott got his fame. So, he's always been one of the favorites. So his number should be retired. It depends on what they brought to the sport as well, not just the victories or the championships. Ooh, that stinks.
Retire the 3, bring back the 29, let Austin Hill put in work. Austin Hill, Georgia boy, absolutely.
Yep. You know what's funny is like when you hear the 29 or the 3, I would love to have the 29 back and let the 3 go. Like why they didn't do that originally, I don't really understand because I guess they thought people would be upset about putting Austin in the 23 or 29. I don't know.
I don't know either. Starting to think Alex Bowman needs to be replaced. I'm a Jimmy Johnson fan. I don't think Alex Bowman needs to be replaced.
You always got to remember. Go ahead.
Well, I do hate that he's in the 48. My personal opinion is the 48's a sacred number at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy Johnson's the first ballot, no doubt, Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think they owed it to him to retire that number.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at over time, I mean, obviously I know he doesn't have the championships like, Jimmy did, but even Jeff Gordon's 24, what he was able to accomplish in his years.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
there isn't a 48
Jeff has more wins than Jimmy Johnson, less
Yeah.
championships, but
Yep.
That's just based on the okay, I'm back, 10 beers and a shot of Fireball. Jesus, Terry.
Not the go-karts. So retire 3 minutes. Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, Derek, I wish they just would have kept the 88.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm starting to think Alex Bowman needs to be replaced. You already read that one. The fact that he kept 48 and not the 88 is baffling. Yeah, not keeping the 88 because obviously Junior had a big name, but Junior's big name really, when I think Dale Jr., I think 8. Yes, 88 is a part of it, but Dale Jr. to me will always be 8.
Yeah. I don't know. As a Dale Jr. fan, grew up watching him in the 8 car. That Bud 8 car is iconic.
Yeah.
That car, it's iconic. That's all I can say about it. But the 88 had a good run too. So it's just 2 different eras to me. I don't particularly have an opinion on whether he should have been in the 8 or the 88.
Yeah. Well, this next comment was, should the 4 number be retired? And for what Harvick's done in it lately is great, but as far as the history of the number and what he's done in it, not really. He
won a championship. He won a championship in the number, and he's won some big races, but he never won the 500 in the 4 car.
Yeah.
I feel like a driver who runs nearly their entire career, and I'm talking like 90+% of their entire career in one number, that's their number. And that, like, if they do something iconic for the sport, then, if we're retiring numbers, which NASCAR's not, but if we're retiring numbers, then yes, they should consider it that way. But like Harvick, he ran half his career in the 29 and half in the 4, just like Dale Jr. in the 8 and the 88.
Yep. Well,
we can't just start retiring numbers left and right, because before you know it, we won't have numbers for guys to run.
We'll be 3 digits, 4-digit numbers all of a sudden.
Kyle Larson to the 48. Terry, you've had enough to drink. You're cut off.
That's right. David, number 8 now. He's good. He's fine.
So technically, Kyle Larson isn't
Davies
48.
for sure. Davies' number should be.
Well, so to touch on Davies' number, nobody has run the 28 car since. Well, Ernie Irvan, yes, but since Robert Yates,
Ernie is one of those.
The thing is, since Robert Yates has gone defunct, no team has taken the 28 car. And when Dale Jr. was to take the 88 from Hendrick, they had to talk to Robert Yates and get his blessings to run the 88 because that was their number 2. So I think out of respect, no team is going to run the 28 car.
Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing is there's a lot of respect in NASCAR. So that's good. Elon Musk is going to have to start numbering. Yeah, all of a sudden it's going to have dashes and weird stuff in it.
Do you think Jimmy should get the 48 and be able to run it at Legacy when he races?
No.
I can just say how weird it would be to see Jimmy Johnson racing the 48 as a Toyota.
Yeah. And what's so weird to me is people, I guess, didn't really realize that Jimmy was going to race in a Toyota. But then, because like a couple weeks ago or a week ago, they came out and were like, yeah, Jimmy's going to race in a Toyota. And everyone like made headline news for it. I'm like, he owns the team, said he wants to race some races. He's not going to drive a Chevy.
Yeah, I thought that this would have been assumed.
I did too, but it was big news. I'm like, that makes absolutely no sense.
Hey guys, who is y'all's drivers? I like Briscoe. So I am a Kyle Larson fan, although I like just about anybody on the track with the exception of a couple drivers. I'm just a NASCAR fan. I'm a racing fan. I'm a NASCAR fan. But when I'm at the track or watching on TV, I'm pulling for Larson. But I'm not disappointed with a lot of guys that win.
Yeah, so for me, I was a big Chase Elliott fan, but just kind of less and less as time has progressed. Noah Gragson, loved him whenever he was in Xfinity, so now supporting him that he is in Legacy in the Cup Series. So he's definitely one of my favorites. But like you said, I'm just a NASCAR fan, so like I enjoy Kevin Harvick. I mean, obviously you can see wearing his. Sure, got his flag for the 29 that he ran. I forget everything's mirrored. But I also like Martin Truex. I like a lot of the old guys, the guys that I watched when I was a kid that I remember. And then on top of that, like Eric Jones, he's kind of grown on me a lot. Some of the other guys have grown a lot on me. Ross Chastain, Kyle Busch, KFB. So there's some great ones. But I absolutely hate Ty Dillon. Just nope.
Yeah, I was so Larson fans know 2020 all too well. When all that went down, Larson was suspended indefinitely. I had to find myself a new guy to pull for because I didn't know, if Kyle would ever make it back. So Kevin Harvick was my guy for all of 2020. And I went all in. I mean, I bought Kevin Harvick merch. I was all in on the Harvick train. So 2020 was a hard year, especially with how many races Kevin won, and then to come up short, not winning the championship. And then, of course, Kyle made it back in 2021. And, I mean, NASCAR fans know the history about that year. So,
yeah. Jane asked, do you think Noah and Eric going to Toyota next year is going to help them run better? Yes. Absolutely. They cannot be worse than what they are right now. Chevy has shut the door on them, turned the lights out, cut electricity to the entire thing, and set the building on fire.
But I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised that the first year or two, Eric and Legacy would have some growing pains.
Well, I mean, everyone's got to have that. So I don't think they're going to come out and be, off the shelf winning races. I think they'll be able to place in the top 15 finally. This year has been a struggle just to even pull that off.
Yeah.
They'll be competitive at a couple different tracks. But I think it's going to take at least 2-3 years before they get something. Maybe a win next year, possibly a squeaker win. But there won't be anything where it's like, man, they're the next big race team now.
Yeah. Derek asked if I was a Larson fan outside the 5 car. Finally, an actual Larson fan. Yes, I was a Larson fan before the 5 and the 2020 fiasco. I became a Kyle Larson fan in 2016. We were at the NASCAR All-Star race in 2016 in person, and the All-Star Showdown, which was the qualifying race for it, Larson and Elliott had an epic battle for that win to transfer into the All-Star race. And that was the moment I became a Larson fan. Now, I was still a Dale Jr. fan at the time. And, of course, 2016 was a concussion year for Dale Jr. So when Jr. had to sit out, Larson transitioned. And then after Jr. retired in 17, full on board made my transition to Kyle, haven't looked back. In fact,
fair weather fan.
Fair weather fan, yeah.
Fair weather fan.
Yeah, fair weather fan doesn't get a permanent ink tattoo of it. So
you were going for the 55 and they skipped a whole number. That's all it was.
No 55, no Michael Waltrip.
Rick Ware Racing needs to sell their charter to Junior.
Yes.
I will 100% agree with that.
That is the winning comment right there.
Yes. What you guys think NASCAR should do to make the cars better? Give them 1,000 horsepower. No thought.
Start with 1,000 horsepower, absolutely.
Especially now that they've proven that
800,
engine
900.
can hold over 700 reliably, because the Garage 56 car was based off of the same NASCAR engine, and it ran. The motor itself had no issues. They had some trans issues, some transaxles and things like that, but nothing to do with the motor. It can run 700 horsepower reliably. Get us there.
Do you think Dodge will ever come back to NASCAR? No, I don't.
Dodge wanted power, and now that NASCAR is like going away from horsepower, they're not going to do it.
No, Dodge won't make it back in. I do not see a manufacturer entering the sport right now for another 5 years.
You know what would really piss NASCAR fans off, but NASCAR would love it? Honda.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I think Honda's been kind of in
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I could see Jeff Gordon and Chase Elliott. A lot of people went from Jeff Gordon and Chase Elliott.
That's why I went to Chase Elliott, because I was a Jeff Gordon fan. Then Chase Elliott came out, and I followed into Chase there, and then I kind of found out after the fact that he doesn't really have a personality. I feel like, and it's nothing against the Chase Elliott fans that are in here right now, but I feel like Chase Elliott's one of those that picks up fans when you don't actually go to a lot of the races or see how he actually acts. They just see the glow around him, how everyone else already likes him, so they go like him. And once you actually kind of hang out around it and see him compared to other drivers, you start losing that luster from him. Because, I mean, I can't say that I've ever seen him come out personally on his golf cart like he did at Dega and start signing stuff for random fans just out on the golf cart.
Yeah, Chase is a very secluded type of personality. And it's funny because Dale Jr. a lot of Dale Jr. fans made the transition to Chase Elliott as well, and Dale had kind of that same thing as well early in his career and midway through his career. He didn't start opening up until later, so maybe Chase will open up as he continues to grow in the sport. I mean, he's already grown into a champion, obviously, but Chase is just hard for me to be a huge fan of. Like I'm not disappointed when he wins a race. Mm-hmm. I like to see him win, but it's just I don't get all the hype behind him. Chase,
let's catch up on some comments real quick.
Yes.
Yeah, let's catch on some comments real quick because we're far behind right now. Is NASCAR really making a new racetrack? They already have. Well, they're doing the Chicago Road Course. Big Chastain fan. Do you guys miss 43 cars on the field at once? Because I do. Yes.
Yeah, I wish the charters would get reworked. Add a couple more charters, and you still have some open cars. That way, we get back to a 43 car field, at least a 40 car field.
Right behind the 24 hours, we're talking 46 hours max. KFB, yeah. How you guys think, Don? Okay, you saw that part. I was like Truex and Larson. Truex is awesome. His hauler is probably one of my favorite haulers, hands down, of all time. Everyone loves Bill. I've never met anyone that doesn't like Bill Elliott.
I think they should go clockwise for a couple laps, turn the other direction. That would be interesting. Maybe an exhibition race like that. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I think it would be cool to see some of these tracks ram backwards. I think it'd be fun for an exhibition race to put a finish line and a turn just for fun and watch the world burn.
Jeff Gordon with the same way back in the day. People didn't like Earnhardt.
People didn't like Earnhardt when Earnhardt was racing the way he was, unless they were an Earnhardt fan, and they became an Earnhardt fan after watching him race for a while, because then they started respecting him.
How about that Kyle Busch old son, number 8 Chevy? Yes, sir. KFB.
Who do you think will go in Josh Berry's 8 car next year?
Whoever brings money.
Whoever brings money, but it'd be awesome if it was Haley Deegan. It'll probably be a Carson Hocevar.
No, I think it could possibly Carson Quapple.
Maybe. It's got some sponsor help. Could you imagine the chaos of a turn finish? Yeah, and I'm not talking about like a Charlotte turn finish. I'm talking about like Charlotte Roval turn finish, like a heavy degreed turn all of a sudden where they're just gonna basically just take their foot off the brake and just gun it all the way through and just plinko each other.
Have you seen the prices for Chicago Road Course
They're
tickets?
insane.
Because I don't actually know how much it costs. I was trying to find prices for them and everything. I couldn't really find a definitive answer because they had like these different packages and stuff.
So the paddock that they're building, the paddock, it wasn't a ticket; it's like an experience, and
Yeah,
it's
I mean, I saw that.
$3,000.
Yeah, that's very F1 ish what they're doing.
Yeah.
Got to meet Quapple in Florence too. No
Thank
shot
you,
of Deegan in the
appreciate
8.
it.
Yeah, there's no way Haley's going to be in the 8 car. Now, talking about Haley real quickly, I believe she's ready to go to Xfinity Series.
She needs to be in Xfinity Series.
There's no way she's going to continue to improve her skill set or whatever, driving in the truck series with a bunch of guys that are in trucks that just buy money. That's the only way they are there. She needs an Xfinity ride, but unfortunately, she is with Ford, who does not have much Xfinity support. So
yeah, they need to. I mean, honestly, Front Row needs to make an Xfinity team and like race it religiously every week. That way, they can put another Ford body out there. There's just too much Chevy in Xfinity.
Yeah. I like how NASCAR is trying to be international. I would love to see them go back to Japan. That would be a cool exhibition. They did that in the mid 90s at Twin Ring Motegi. I think a good step in the water or foot in the water of Cup Series going international would be an exhibition race somewhere.
Yeah, I don't. NASCAR would have to sponsor the whole thing. They would literally have to give the teams the transport costs and all that.
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, if you're just going across the border to Canada or Mexico, that's one thing. Obviously, to send a car across the world to Japan, that's a different thing.
I mean, who was it? Greenlight or whoever it was that the trucks broke down just trying to get all the way out to Portland?
Alpha Prime.
Alpha Prime, yeah. So, I mean, imagine them having to go farther out of the country.
They'll go to Japan and they'll still find a way to start the race Sunday.
Thank you.
Sunday. I figured she would stay with Ford. Yeah, I think she'll stay with Ford.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way her contract is. It's a Ford contract. Horseshoes, hell no, probably to Chicago Road Course because everyone else hates it. Thank y'all for joining. Got about 34 people in here right now. Make sure y'all hit that follow if you don't follow us already. Blow up the likes. The likes help bring more people in here, so really appreciate it. About North Wilkesboro, I like North Wilkesboro for the history. I did not really enjoy the on-track premise, but if I'm there, I'm not really going to give a shit about what it looked like on the TV.
Yeah, I loved Wilkesboro as far as the vintage factor, but the racing product was pretty terrible, and that's coming from a Larson fan who Larson dominated, obviously. So they need to fix the package. We're not going to keep on going about that because we've already talked about that a couple of times already in this episode.
Yeah.
Does it not hurt your heart to see Barry go into a Ford? I think the fact he's going to be competitive. I don't care what Barry's in. I don't care what anybody races in, to be honest. I'm not one of those guys that's behind Chevy, Ford, or Toyota. If when that Larson thing happened, if Larson ended up Stuart Haas, I would have been a Larson fan regardless, driving a Ford.
It doesn't matter to me. I like Fords, like Chevys.
Yeah, I just want to see these guys get gut opportunities and show what they can do.
I got an 04 Ford Lightning, a Ford Fusion, and a Toyota 4Runner. I don't care.
Do you think we need more night races, or we got enough now? We need more night races.
Need more night races. Like we said earlier, if there's 2 races in a year, one needs to be under the lights. Has to be.
Yeah, I think it's funny how we have gone from a lot of night races to day races last decade or so, and it's kind of disappointing because night races are just way more exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we are past an hour now.
They should bring back those Richmond night races. I know
James.
Richmond. I don't know why they run Richmond during the day.
I don't either. An actual Lightning. That's one out of the 3 Fords I wouldn't mind owning. Yeah, I have an actual Lightning. I have the 04 DSG Dark Shadow Gray. It was the only one I ever wanted. 04 and got some work done to it.
Night races have a better vibe. Yes, they do.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They all wanted to do y'all with Chevy going to run in 2024. Yeah, because Camaro is being discontinued. I don't know what Chevy.
Oh, they get an extra year. NASCAR already said they get at least an extra year to figure it out.
But I still don't know what I don't know what the answer is. What they're going to replace it with?
They're going to replace it with the Corvette big body, Corvette BB. Corvette's going to come out with another. You already saw they talked about the Corvette SUV.
Please don't.
Be like Ford with the
it's like the Mustang Mach-E or whatever it is.
So stupid. Or the Ford Lightning that has nothing to do with the actual Lightning.
Oh, I love the new Ford Lightning.
Fuck you.
It's not nice.
So we're over an hour. I have got to end my side of it. But, appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure y'all come back next week. We're going to just start doing this every Friday. Pre-race, just kind of talk racing, talk shop.
Yeah. Derek, we appreciate you being in here all night. That was fun.
Yep.
If you're not subscribed, subscribe to us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
All of it. We're on all the
YouTube.
social medias, and it's the same name for everything. There's no fancy things, not Fast Car 123 Living 2 time. But we got it all, thank goodness. But thank y'all so much. We also have our podcast Monday at 7:30. Come by and join us on that. But y'all be safe. Thank y'all. Until next time. See you.
Later, guys. We appreciate it.